Trump rebukes Putin amid mounting frustration over Russia-Ukraine war. In a rare and pointed public rebuke, President Donald Trump expressed strong dissatisfaction with Russia's latest missile strikes on Kyiv, the deadliest attacks on the Ukrainian capital since the previous summer. His statement, delivered both in person and through his Truth Social platform, underscored the growing strain between the Trump administration and Moscow as peace talks remain stalled. "I didn't like last night. I wasn't happy with it," President Trump told reporters during a meeting with the Norwegian Prime Minister. "We're in the midst of talking peace and missiles were fired." On Truth Social, he went even further, writing, "I'm not happy with strikes on Kyiv, not necessary and very bad timing. Vladimir, stop." This marked one of Trump's most direct criticisms of Russian President Vladimir Putin to date, signaling a shift in tone as the administration seeks to broker a ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine. The statement comes as Trump approaches his 100th day in office. An early benchmark he had previously pledged would see the end of the war, vowing he could achieve peace within 24 hours of taking office. The president defended his pressure tactics when pressed on the issue. "You don't know what pressure I'm putting on Russia. You have no idea. We're putting a lot of pressure. A lot." However, despite the rhetoric, Trump confirmed he was currently holding off on any new sanctions against Russia and would not confirm whether Putin had made any meaningful concessions. When asked directly, Trump responded, "Stopping the war, stopping taking the whole country. Pretty big concession." At the same time, Trump has also been applying pressure on Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. The tension between the two leaders has been evident, notably during a heated Oval Office exchange 2 months prior. More recently, Trump accused Zelensky of prolonging the war by refusing to accept a U.S.-proposed peace deal, one that critics argue heavily favors Russia. CNN's Jeff Zeleny, who was present in the Oval Office, noted the unusual nature of Trump's public call-out to Putin, saying, "Vladimir, stop is something you say in a policy disagreement, not after a missile strike that killed civilians," Zeleny observed. The administration's proposed peace plan has raised further concerns, including a controversial suggestion to recognize Crimea, annexed by Russia in 2014, as Russian territory. This marks a dramatic reversal from long-standing U.S. policy and contradicts the positions held during Trump's first term and those of his former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. It also directly challenges a 2021 Senate amendment co-sponsored by Marco Rubio, which warned against legitimizing territorial claims by authoritarian regimes. National security analysts argue this new approach could set a dangerous precedent, potentially encouraging other regimes like China to follow suit. As CNN contributor Ron Brownstein noted, if Trump pressures Ukraine into a deal that gives Russia nearly everything it wants, it leaves Ukraine vulnerable and undermines the post-World War II international order. Mark Short, former Chief of Staff to Vice President Mike Pence, echoed this sentiment. He criticized what he called Neville Chamberlain Republicans for embracing appeasement, highlighting the dramatic departure from the previous administration's firmer stance on Russia, which included providing Ukraine with Javelin missiles and opposing the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. As Trump continues to navigate the complex geopolitics of the war, critics are warning that his perceived concessions to Russia could have long-lasting consequences, not only for Ukraine, but for U.S. foreign policy credibility. While Secretary of State Marcus Reed claimed in the Oval Office that the only person trying to make peace is the president, the prospects for a meaningful resolution remain uncertain. With Trump's self-imposed timeline fast approaching, the world is watching to see whether the president can deliver on his ambitious promises or if his peace plan will collapse under the weight of geopolitical realities.